Howdy, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe during these times. I know it's been a while since our last meeting, but we just wanted to have a final virtual banquet like we did last semester, just to sort of wrap everything up and just sort of reflect on how much we've came since establishing in November 2019. I know like 90% of the year, or 90% since we've been established, we've been virtual, and I don't know if anyone here like remembers that little 10%, since it feels like it's been so long ago. But uh, I just want to thank you guys so much for all your support, and those people who like went out and bought merchandise, bought shirts for the last 2 semesters, people who come to our socials, come to our general meetings. We're able to do so much now in the future because of the so much support that we got on the early stages of this organization. I just want to say thank you so much for going out and supporting, because it really means a lot. And honestly, when this organization was first starting, I didn't know. I don't know. I thought it wasn't going to go out too well, because I had no idea about starting an organization or any experience with that prior to hand. So I'm really proud of everyone, and I really want to thank like the officers who made this all possible in the back end, the ones we have currently and the ones we had before. People who've been with us since the beginning. They've put a lot of effort in. There's a lot of effort that goes in the back end of things, that you all don't get to see, but just trust me, we plan for like the semesters and for the future, just to be just to help out our members as much as possible. So thank you to our current, and if by any chance the previous officers are watching this, thank you to you as well. And again, thank you so much to our members, especially because again, this organization wouldn't exist without you either. All right. So I'll go ahead and pass it to Cassandra, our vice president, to talk about what we've accomplished so far.
Hi, you guys. First of all, I just want to thank y'all again. Like Kevin just said, if it wasn't for you guys, most of this wouldn't be possible. Our organization would be standing if it wasn't for members and especially our officers. I really appreciate them. We had some ups and downs, and I appreciate them sticking through no matter what. I especially would like to thank Kevin because, he's been through all of it, and I appreciate him putting his ground and learning, and we're all learning with him, and I think it's amazing. So I want to start off by talking about our accomplishments, and there's a couple that come to mind. The first one is the podcast. Shout out to Isaac and Abel. That's been amazing. I'm so glad we were able to start that, and I love the energy that they put into it. It's been awesome. So I want to give them a round of applause on that because it's awesome. I hope they continue it, and I hope we have so many more people that are willing to do that and share their story. And I hope it grows big. I really want people to hear how first generation students make it and their stories, and I think it's just amazing. We all learn from that. So shout out to them. That's one of a big accomplishment. Our second accomplishment is our scholarship. I think it's awesome that we have that and we're starting that. I hope it grows and grows more. I'm for sure going to donate them more. As I move on in my life, I'm going to make sure I stick around for this organization and help as much as I can. We all need that extra push, and sometimes the scholarship comes in handy. So if you guys want to shoot for that scholarship, the application just been sent in the chat. Appreciate that, Kevin. Those are so far the only accomplishments we have so far, but I know with time, it's going to be amazing. I know Isaac's going to do awesome with this organization. I'm super pumped for him. And Michaela, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm always going to support them, and I'm pumped for it. But, if it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't be here today. So those are a couple accomplishments, and I can't wait to hear so many more that we're going to have in the future.
All right, thank you, Cassandra. So just some things that we wanted to give some officers that are currently leaving. As you can see, my name's on there, so unfortunately, this is my last semester here at Texas A&M. But we wanted to give some officer departure speeches to those who are currently leaving for this semester and going to achieve bigger things in life. So I think Hasmi couldn't make it, but I do have a video that I'm gonna play for Abel that he sent in, because he couldn't make it, but he did send a video for me to share with you all. So let me go ahead and share that. Sorry, I have like so many tabs open because of finals. Okay. All right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second virtual online banquet for FGA, and hopefully the last virtual one, as we return to normal life next semester in the fall semester, in person events and stuff like that. I'm sad I won't be around to see it, but I wish you guys the best. I know, the in person events were always really, really fun, and I'm sad that we weren't able to have any this semester, but obviously because of COVID, a lot of things have changed, but we've obviously adapted to it, and I know the org will just continue to grow and get stronger like we did from the very beginning. So yeah, this is my departure speech. My time's coming to end here at Texas A&M, and obviously, like every other senior, I'm doing a lot of reflecting on my time here and thinking back to FGA, how I got started in it, the effect it has had on me, the impact that I was able to make with it, and just all around good experiences. And, whenever I was first approached by my friends Israel and Gabby, who were, previous officers that graduated last semester, they informed me of the organization and how there was an open officer position. And I was obviously, I'm a first generation student, so I was like, that would be awesome to be a part of. Luckily, I was able to come on and meet Kevin, and who's a great person who definitely makes the best of this organization and holds us together. He was been a great. I know he's graduating alongside, or I'm graduating alongside him this semester, and it was an honor being a part of what he definitely had a great part in building. We have a solid team here, and I know we have a solid team coming forward next semester that you guys will be a part of. And I'm so really excited for you guys. It's awesome to see that this thing's going on stronger than ever, and will be definitely better during the fall as we return back to normal life. And I'm excited for everyone in that aspect for sure. So also one big thing that I was a part of here was the podcast, starting off the podcast from scratch. It was one of my personal greatest accomplishments. In the short 9 episodes that we were able to produce, we received over 1,500 views, 55 subscribers, and brought so many impactful stories and resources to you guys, which was so amazing to me and so much fun to do. So that's going to be one of the hard things giving up going forward, but on to bigger things as I graduate. But we do have a solid team lined up for the podcast, and I was happy to be a part of it, and even happier to pass down the legacy to the next officers. And I definitely have a lot of trust in them, and they're definitely going to take it in a great, amazing direction. I look forward to you guys seeing that. But in conclusion, I just wanted to say, FGA is a society that we help build that I think really helps everyone in these transitional years. If you're a freshman, I definitely recommend sticking with this organization and coming out more, participating more, and making those relationships, especially as you guys go back into in-person events. And I can't speak enough to that part. If you're not networking in college, you're not doing college right, I believe. So I really hope you guys, wish the best for you guys, and excited to see the future of FGA. And just want to say, stay safe and gig 'em.
All right. So looks like Hasmin's having some difficulties with within connecting, but we'll try to get her in here. In the meanwhile, Cassandra, can you go ahead and give your departure speech?
Yeah, for sure. Hi guys, it's me again. um, yeah, Abel touched a lot of things that I kind of relate to, and you know, honestly, I can talk about that story. I honestly remember the time that Kevin texted me informing me that he would like me to be his vice president. I was actually at a football game, and I got the text message, and I was so excited. I was like, dude, he chose me as vice president. And I think it was amazing. I was really excited because I am so proud of being a first generation student. I don't know how to explain it. It's actually my goal in life is to help as many low income first generation or just first generation students in general to see that college is an option. And I want them to know that, just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. And we're proof of that. All of us are. And I think this organization, I'm so grateful that we created it because I love seeing the group me blow up and show everybody just be comfortable enough to just ask questions. I wish I had that my freshman year. And because of Kevin, especially Kevin, having this amazing idea and being bold enough to go forward to create this organization, people now have that comfort, and it's awesome. I love it. I love people being like, hey, who took this class? What are some advice? I just love that. And I think that I know it's going to grow bigger and better. I'm super pumped for it. I can't wait to see how much we grow. I hope I hear from Isaac and Michaela about how much, like, oh my God, guys, we did this. And like, I would love to hear that. I would love to help in any way I can. Please, if anything, please reach out to me. I want to be here for you guys. Like, I may be graduating, which I'm so sad about. I guess it's true what they say. These 4 years are going to fly. And I didn't believe it, but I am okay with it. Again, I'd like to thank Kevin for giving me this opportunity, allowing me to grow better, to be a better partner, and to learn from him and just grow and become partners. I'm excited for him. He's getting an amazing job, moving out of the state. Like, big things are coming for him. So, and he deserves it. I want you to know that, Kevin. So I really hope that we do stay connected and that things go amazing for you still, because this is awesome. I'm so glad that you let me be a part of it. I brag about it all the time in my work. You can ask Julian every time they ask me, "Oh, what organization today?" I'm like, "I'm in first generation Aggies, man." So I'm very proud of it. I hope it becomes bigger. I hope many more people share their stories and more resources come balling in. I hope to continue contributing to this group. I hope I can help with the scholarships or any way I can. I will be dropping my information in the chat if you guys ever have any questions or want to reach out or just to vent. I'm here no matter what. I may be graduating, but that doesn't mean you lose someone. Like they say, Aggies are there for Aggies no matter what, and I stick with that. Again, thank you so much, guys. I'm so grateful to be a part of this. Isaac, Michaela, be amazing. Kick this next semester's butt. And if y'all need anything, please don't hesitate to ask me. But yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Cassandra. I guess since I think Hasmi's still having trouble logging in, but I guess I could go ahead and give my departure speech. So I don't know. I didn't really prepare a specific like speech beforehand because I'm not good with speeches in general, and I don't know. I didn't want to get emotional while typing up my speech because this is a pretty hard thing for me to do, especially with being there since like the beginning. And again, I just want to thank the officers so much, even the officers beyond um, who have been here. It's been a pretty wild ride, and it's been like a pretty big journey that we all kind of went through together, and it was a lot at first, and just getting used to everything and everyone working together and getting in-person events started. It was a lot of work, and we all came together. I'll still never forget those very few meetings compared to like the rest of the timeline that we were in person, and I got to see so many new faces, meet so many new people, actually shake someone's hand back then. But yeah, it's just been a lot different virtual. But again, we plan to make it more interactive and more um, in person next semester when things start to look back to normal. But yeah, it's been a really great experience here. Being president with meeting so many members, I've had members reach out to me asking for advice about like career applications. And like 3 years ago, I'd probably be like the last person you'd want to ask for a career application because I was still figuring everything out in life. Like I was an engineer transitioning to economics major. I didn't even know what I was doing because I still haven't figured anything out. And this organization really helped me like see clearly what are the goals I want to achieve in life and what I want to do for the future with my life. So I definitely want, well, not want, but I definitely am going to be still connected to this organization and still very much like a part of in any way I can. Like Cassandra said, Isaac and McKenna, who Isaac's going to be the next president and McKenna is going to be the vice president. Um, we're I'm going to be there if they ever need it, and if there's anything I could do to help on carrying forward, I'll definitely be sure to help out. I definitely plan on contributing regularly to the scholarship fund just so that we could consistently grow and consistently give as many scholarships out as possible because that's one thing that I wish to do. No matter what, like my goal is to never be rich in life. I want to be to the point where I'm just like well off so that whatever money comes after that, I could just like go out and give it away. Because I don't know, I'm not a materialistic person. Not to speak bad about that lifestyle, but I just like to help others more than myself. So it's just the kind of person I am. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this organization goes forward. Maybe in the future, when we have in-person events, I'll probably be able to stop by. Maybe next banquet, I'll stop by and just like check it out and take like a few vacation days, because now those exist. Those are going to exist for me. So I'll be pretty happy to see where this organization goes, and um, where it's going to continue to grow in the future. And again, if you guys ever need anything, I'll still be in the general group me. That's one where I'll never leave. My coworkers are going to use group me, so I'll check in there every now and then. If you ever need like advice, or if you ever need someone to talk to, if you're going in the financial planning field and you want like a connection there, I could be a connection for you and give you some more tips and tricks on that. I'm sorry, I'm not really knowledgeable in other fields. I wish I was, like, I could help like people who want to go to pre-med, but I can't be a doctor. Like, I'm not smart enough to be a doctor. So again, there's a whole bunch of people in the group me. So don't be afraid to reach out if you do need help with something, because I think that's something I struggled with a lot my undergrad year, is just like being able to ask for help. Because whenever you're a first generation student, you kind of feel like you're all alone, and you kind of think like you have to do it yourself, because um, you didn't have anyone before you to go out and ask for help and get somebody's help for like college applications, or get someone's help for FAFSA. You couldn't turn to like parents or guardians, people um, who were older than you, then didn't have that college experience. And it was hard, and it kind of like brings sort of like a self-dependent mindset, which isn't bad. But if it gets to the point where you don't want to ask anyone for help, that's when it kind of like gets bad in the long run. Because definitely people, no matter where you end up, people are going to want you to ask questions, and they want you to be comfortable with asking for help. So definitely don't be afraid to reach out to the group chat in case you need it. But before I ramble on too long, and my voice starts to crack a little bit more, but I want to pass it on to Isaac, just to talk about the future of this organization and what he plans to do with it. Because we are, like we said, we mentioned a lot of times in this meeting, we are very excited for him and what his future goals are. So yeah, go ahead and take the floor, Isaac.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And Cassandra, Abel, I see Jasmine is in the chat now. So after this, we'll give her the time to give her goodbye speech. So let me start. Howdy. I hope everyone's having a good day, and hope that as the year's coming to an end, everyone's able to reach their personal goals they've set out for themselves. To start, I would like to thank Kevin, Cassandra, the current and former officers, our advisors, Corlena and Yecenia, and all members for helping create and grow this beautiful organization. I'm beyond excited for the future of this organization, and I'm fully committed to growing upon its success with McKenna as the vice president. And the community and support that I feel for each other within the officers, within the group me, and within the people that we get the opportunity to interact with is what drives me. And next semester, we as officers will make it a priority to build upon the sense of community, and with more opportunities available to us to meet in person, I know that there is a tremendous amount of untapped potential for this organization. I will always work on growing my skills as a leader, and look forward to working as a team with all of you to tap into that potential and open new doors. There's a lot of work to be done, and life will always throw new challenges our way. We may not have all the answers, but first generation Aggies will always be a home to anyone who feels alone, anyone who feels lost, and anyone who needs a family. And I really want to emphasize that for next semester, being in person, we'll have those opportunities a bit more. And I'm just excited to be able to meet people face to face and to be able to interact a bit more with everyone. That being said, I would like to introduce 3 new officers that we have for next semester. I believe 2 of them are in here at the moment, so I'll give them each a time to say hello, maybe a little bit about themselves if they'd like to. First, Paula Dodd. She is going to be our historian. The second is Mohammed Khan. He is going to be our public relations manager. If you want to say hello, Mohammed, you can.
Yeah, for sure. Hey guys, my name is Mohammed, like Isaac said. I kind of just stumbled upon FGA and I really liked the organization. I really liked what it stood for. And being like first gen, low income, minority, immigrant, all those like buzzwords, I was like, I want to pass on everything that I've learned in my time at A&M to freshmen and some of the sophomores next year who didn't really get that college experience this year. And Kevin kind of talked about like being pre-med, and I'm actually like that crackhead pre-med who is super like all about medicine. I'm applying to medical school right now. I just took my MCAT last month. And I'm graduating early and stuff. So like I have so much experience and so many like resources that I received when I was at A&M from my mentors. And I want to pass that on to the freshmen and the underclassmen next year. And that's exactly why I applied to be an officer. And I really look forward to working with all of you guys next year.
Thank you so much. That was nicely put. Our third officer is Kenya Barahona, and my apologies for not pronouncing it correctly for anyone. I'll learn everyone's name and the pronunciation. She's going to be our new community service officer, if you wanted to say hello.
Yeah, hi. I'm a sophomore biomedical engineering student. I'm actually also trying to acquire a pre-law certificate, and I look forward for this position as a community service organizer because I have a plethora of experience in community services. In community service, I've volunteered at a hospital, I've volunteered as like a coding coach, and I volunteered as a pen pal for students in Title I schools in South Carolina. And I look forward to try to spread my community service knowledge and opportunities of where we can perform more community service events for this organization.
Thank you so much, guys. Like I said, I'm just really grateful for this opportunity and extremely thankful, and want to thank Kevin, Cassandra, putting in so much work, all the officers that were here from the beginning. Like Kevin said, it was a journey. It was learning so much. It was making mistakes, and I'm glad I had them there by my side. Thank you for coming out tonight, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their night. And if Jasmine wanted to say anything, open up the floor for her.
Okay. Well, I'm Jasmine. I've been pretty MIA all semesters, and I'm sorry for being late. I took one of my certification exams today and then finished pretty late. I was not expecting it, and then Zoom was not cooperating. So I apologize. But I would like to say that FGA has been one of the organizations that I actually kept my senior year. I dropped everything else because I didn't really feel it necessary to be in anything else, but this is an org that I considered important enough to, even though I had all these other things to do, that it wasn't big enough to like still partake in it as little or as much as possible as I could this semester and last semester. But we started off a year or two ago, and it's grown so much as it is, especially in the conditions that we are in the middle of a pandemic. But before the pandemic, my favorite part of FGA was just talking to the members. I really like making those connections. If some of y'all know, I'm gonna be a teacher, so like those connections are really important to me, like with everyone. And that was one of my favorite things of being an FGA officer. I had the opportunity to like talk to people and like know where they're from, get to know them, and just help them, give them some advice just here and there. And that's one of the things I will miss the most about this organization, just those connections I was able to make with the people and with the officers. And just in general, it was like a great opportunity. I really hope to see this organization grow as much as possible. It has so much potential, and I think should be here for years. Like it should, if it's possible, keep it as long, keep it going. I will be here for anyone who needs my help for whatever reason. If you need it, I'll actually be in College Station, Bryan College Station area. So I'm just a text, phone call away from anyone that needs my help. And any aspect, honestly, I'm always there to help anyone. I like helping people. It's just something that I'm able to do. I can do it. And if you're an education major, then I can guide you through that process, because as a first gen, I didn't know how many tests I had to take to be a teacher, how much money it took to be a teacher. So it's not just going to college, it's so much more. So just like those little things, you never know. So I'm here for any questions. And I guess that's what FGA is about, like getting to have those connections to ask for help, and just having those people like a network. You're creating your Aggie network within the organization. It's just building upon building. And that's honestly a great thing we have established at least this far. And I hope it keeps growing. It was great working with all the officers since the very beginning. Like they've mentioned, we've grown so much. We've learned from our mistakes. But I mean, it can only get better. So I hope the best for the organization and to see y'all grow.
Thank you, Hasmin. All right, so that's gonna pretty much wrap up this banquet. I know we kind of finished ahead of time, just like we did last semester. But thank you all again so much for coming out and taking the time to listen about our wrap up for this semester, and our just a little sneak peek on next semester of what it's gonna look like. And again, I just want to say thank you. Some people that I forgot to mention that I just realized right now is the podcast team. I know Abel mentioned it, but I just want to thank the podcast team for all their hard work. And like Abel said, being able to share so many stories beyond what we could cover in our general meetings. So that's a really great resource. If you haven't checked out that, definitely feel free to check it out. And another other people that I forgot to mention is the advisors. So the advisors have been with us pretty much ever since the establishment of the organization. One of them was Yecenia Rojas, who was from the Money Education Center. So she was actually a coworker of mine who I mentioned the organization about, and she was really pumped and excited to help out. Unfortunately, she is going to be pursuing her master's degree. I mean, not unfortunately, fortunately, she is going to be pursuing a master's degree and continuing a higher education, but she will no longer be affiliated with A&M. And because that's one of the requirements for an advisor, she will actually be leaving us as an advisor. And Corlena Daniels from the Academic Success Center, she worked well in the Academic Success Center as a program coordinator. And she's the first person, well, the Academic Success Center was the first place we collaborated with. That's where we had our meetings in person beforehand, when we had kind of nowhere else to turn to, because we were just getting started with the organization and we couldn't reserve a room in time. So she's been a huge help with everything and giving us a place for our meetings when we were in person, a place for our officer meetings when we all planned out the semester. And she definitely gave up a lot of her time to help out. So she's going to be transferring to helping out another university with first gen students. So I'm really happy to hear that she's still continuing to impact the lives of first gens. So she'll also no longer be affiliated with Texas A&M University. So we will be having a new advisor next semester. It's still undetermined who that is, but we'll be sure that they're as passionate as to help first generation students as our previous advisors were. So again, thank you so much for coming out. That's going to go ahead and end this virtual banquet and our final event for this semester. Thank you so much again for coming out and taking the time and all your support throughout the semester.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.